Imagine waking up one morning to find the dollar is no longer the king of currencies. Talk about a bad hair day for the global economy. With the BRICS nations flexing their muscles and hints of a new common currency, the future of the US dollar might be facing a midlife crisis. Is this the start of a financial revolution or just a bad dream? Stay tuned as we explore what this could mean for your wallet, your investments, and the world's economic drama. Let's start with de-dollarization. This term is buzzing in financial circles, but what does it mean? Simply put, de-dollarization is the slow process where countries reduce their reliance on the US dollar for trade and finance. But before you rush to convert your savings into gold bars or Bitcoin, remember, this won't happen overnight. So why is this happening? The reasons are as diverse as the countries involved. For some, like China and Russia, it's about avoiding US sanctions, like having your bank account frozen while on vacation. Super annoying. For others, like the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, it's about boosting their economies by using local currencies for trade. Think of it as shopping locally but on a global scale. But let's not get carried away with claims that the dollar will collapse tomorrow. Yes, there are challenges, but this isn't the financial equivalent of Armageddon. Those who push these doomsday scenarios often have something to gain, like selling you gold, cryptocurrency, or a survival bunker in the mountains. What's more likely is a slow shift where the dollar's dominance is gradually chipped away. Think of it as erosion rather than an earthquake. The US dollar has been the world's reserve currency for decades, much like the Roman Empire was a dominant force in ancient times. But we all know how that story ended, with a lot of bread, circuses, and eventually a collapse. The parallels are there: excessive money printing, rising debt, and overextension of power. But unlike Rome, the US has modern tools to manage these challenges, or at least we hope so. Speaking of debt, let's talk numbers. The US national debt has soared to over 32 trillion. Yep, trillion with a T. To put that in perspective, if you stacked $1 bills, you'd reach the moon and back. Twice. This staggering debt raises concerns about the dollar's long-term value. If the US keeps printing money to pay off debt, it's like using one credit card to pay off another. Eventually, something's got to give. So, what does this mean for you? If you've got investments, it's time to hedge your bets. Diversification is key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, especially if that basket is made of green paper. Consider assets like gold, a reliable store of value for centuries. Did you know Indian households and temples hold about 20,000 metric tons of gold? That's more than the gold reserves of the US, Germany, Italy, France, and Russia combined. Now, that's a shiny safety net, but it's not just about gold. The BRICS nations are creating frameworks for multi-currency lending through the New Development Bank, NDB. This means countries can borrow in their local currencies instead of US dollars, like getting a loan from your friendly neighborhood bank rather than dealing with the strict International Monetary Fund, IMF. This makes financing more accessible for emerging economies and is a key piece in the global de-dollarization puzzle. Of course, the dollar still holds a significant place in the world. Major economies like Japan, China, and India hold substantial amounts of U.S. Treasury bonds, and the dollar remains a trusted medium for international trade. But the winds of change are blowing, bringing the scent of local currencies, gold, and even new digital currencies. Let's not forget the BRICS plus expansion. Countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt, Iran, and Ethiopia have joined the club, boosting the group's influence. With the rise of BRICS, there's talk of a new common currency, possibly backed by gold or other commodities. This could challenge the dollar's role in global oil trade, a sector long dominated by the petrodollar system. If countries start trading oil in currencies other than the dollar, it could be like pulling the rug out from under the greenback. But before we plan the dollar's funeral, remember this is all speculative. The global financial system is complex, and while shifts are happening, they're slow. The dollar's position as the world's reserve currency didn't happen overnight, and it won't be replaced overnight either. In the meantime, what can you do? Stay informed, stay diversified, and don't get caught up in the hype. It's easy to be swept away by dramatic headlines, but remember, not every storm turns into a hurricane. Sometimes it's just a light drizzle, and you'll only need an umbrella, not a lifeboat. And on that note, we'll wrap up for today. Whether the dollar's reign ends quietly or with a bang, one thing is certain: change is coming. With a little preparation and common sense, you'll be ready for whatever comes next. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on the wild world of global finance. Until next time, keep your wallets close and your investments closer.